Hey, it's been a while. Sorry for the lack of content for the past month. I was just really invested in our fight, and I still somehow got way little done. But I did have a recording of this ready, but the audio wasn't playing well. This is the fourth time I'm recording, by the way. Anyways, hi, yes, hello, welcome. I'm only making this part 2 right after the last one because of this comment left by Wolf Oddity 2626. And definitely not because I've run out of video ideas. Like, what, 4 videos in? Anyways, yeah, I'm also making this an actual tier list now because I felt bad for clickbaiting the last time. So let's set the standards for the colors we'll be ranking in this video series. I don't know. Alright, so let me introduce to you to the HTML color code sheet. This is a collection of all the color codes that you can use for your HTML or CSS projects or websites or whatever. And there's a whole bunch of them, so we will still have most, and I do mean most, left over if we ever want to revisit this topic someday in the future. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the major HTML colors that I also found from this website. And how we're going to be doing this is first I say what the color reminds me of. Both edible and non-edible stuff applies here, and the possible experience I'll have if I eat them. Then I'll declare what tier I believe they should go on. Sounds good? Okay, let's start. Okay, so red. This specific shade really just encapsulates enemy laser shooting at you, right? So it's probably like intensely hot and probably maybe will melt your face off. So not the best eat really. So we're gonna put it in a healthy C tier for now. Next up is cyan, which toothpaste. I think we've all tasted toothpaste before, and that's going in a B tier. Next up is blue, cannibalism, also going in B tier. Dark blue is next, and we're going back to the last video in my point of saying that this reminds me of fish tank knuckles. And I mean, like, those are just basically stones with paint on them. Paint is very yummy. That's going in D tier. Next up is light blue. Okay, am I crazy or does this not look like light blue? It looks like gray. It looks like white, honestly. But I guess if we're going off of that, it reminds me of air dry clay. Going in F tier though. That sucks. Next up is purple. Again, grapes. Honestly, what more could you ask for? We've all eaten grape. It's wonderful. S tier. Next up is yellow. And I think we're all thinking the same thing right now. Bananas. But I do have something to say. Bananas on their own are like a B tier at best. B for banana, you know? But if we're going to consider the Banana Man song, now we're talking. That's going in straight S. However, even though we're ranking non-edible stuff, I don't think we can eat songs. So unfortunately, or fortunately I guess, we can just split the difference and put it in A tier. Next up is slime. I do not like this color. Look at it, look at how bad that looks. It looks like slime in the worst way possible, F tier. And lastly we have magenta. Uh, Why did I say last? That's not last at all. All I can think of when I think of the color magenta is like the elixir from Clash of Clans. And I mean, like, that would be very gooey, I think, but like in a slushy way, which I think is very fun. So I'm giving it an A tier. Next up is pink, and we're gonna retcon this actually. I think the last time I said cotton candy, but cotton candy is yucky. Friendship with cotton candy is over. Now lychee is my bestie. Yeah, we're ranking lychee. I really like lychee. I think we've all at least tasted lychee. Maybe not the actual fruit, but lychee flavored stuff. And it's great, honestly. I really like it. So that's going in a very solid S tier. Next up is white, which we're also going to retcon to being blue. Why? Because I already said clay for the light blue. And I don't know, I like blue. Not that much though. So that's going in a respectable D tier. Silver is up next, and yummy. I do love me some coins in my mouth. I like metals. Very yummy. Going in A tier. Can you like tell this is very heavily impromptu, even though like this is my fourth time recording. I've said vastly different things each time. I can't even. I can't even. Okay, so gray. I was thinking of like possible gray stuff that I could eat, so I got a very bad flashback from 2020 about a volcanic eruption that spread volcanic ash to our house, and it was very bad. Didn't taste good at all. Not hot, surprisingly, but it was not good. So that's going in F tier. And we have black now. So black, charcoal. I think that's also what I said last time. But I'm actually gonna talk about the experience now, which is I want to bite into it. Like imagine biting into it and you see sparks coming from the inside, like it starts glowing orange. I think that'll be cool. I don't think it's possible, but I think it'd be a cool visual at least, you know? So just because of that alone, and I mean like charcoal is pretty edible, so we're gonna give it a healthy C tier. Also, sorry if my voice sounds different now. My mic cut off. But anyways, next up we have orange, and orange reminds me of oranges, which tastes like oranges and feels like oranges. So we're going to give it a C tier. I don't like oranges. Next up we have brown, and again, this does not look like brown. It looks like red. I don't want to believe it's brown. However, something that is sort of shade of color is the waterfall from Willy and the Wonkas. So like probably contaminated as hell. So we're gonna give it an D tier. A D tier. An D tier? Anyways, maroon, and I love this color. This is the best shade of red. You cannot change my mind. It's also the color of my favorite fruit, the rambutan. If you've never eaten a rambutan, it's like biting into a sea urchin, but it's actually good for you. So like I really like it. That's going in S. Yeah. Next up is green. No love, I don't like green, but this is a nice shade of green. Not really, but like hear me out. You know those glass bottles that you see in like films and animation where they like shatter it and use it as a weapon? Well, I want to do that, but instead of shattering it against like a wall or a rock, I want to shatter it in my mouth. Like I just want to bite into it and make it. Probably not the best experience, honestly, not thinking about it, but like it'd be cool. So that's going in C. Yeah, that's going in C. And then we have olives. I've never eaten an olive. I don't know what an olive is. This reminds me of grass though, and I have eaten grass. Not the best, not the worst, so that's going in F. And finally, we have aquamarine. And I do love me some crystals. That reminds me of crystals. Look at that color. It looks like crystals. It also reminds me of mint, and I also like mint. And now I'm thinking of like hard mint because both crystals and mint. The best of both worlds, right? That's going in S. Yeah, I love hard mint. It does go very hard. But I think that's where we're going to end off this video. Like I said the last time, however, there's an impossibly limitless number of colors out there waiting to be tasted. More content soon, okay, bye!